My name is Shauna, and I run the Baltimore chapter of HollaBack, which is a worldwide organization to end street harassment against women and LGBTQ folks. I started a chapter in Baltimore because I live here, and this is my city, this is my community now for the last 10 or 12 years, and street harassment is not something that is specific to Baltimore, but it can be improved, it can change, we can change the culture anywhere worldwide, so why not start in my own community with the people and places that I care about. The biggest aspect of HollaBack is the online story sharing platform where we just ask people to share their stories of street harassment. We collect their stories, whether they experienced it or they were a bystander and intervened somehow. So what we're doing is allowing people to share in their own words what their experiences are with street harassment, where before anyone who experienced street harassment was monumentally shut down and silenced and ignored, or their feelings were minimized as, and people still absolutely say street harassment is not a big deal, it's just a compliment. Why don't you get over it? So what we're doing is actively promoting the real truth from people that experience it. So HollaBack is very tech heavy, with the website and also with the free phone app that you can download and share your story of street harassment on the go as it happens. But the ways that we try to get away from that technology so that everyone has access and a chance to share their story is by getting out in the community and doing a lot of events and chalk walks and mud stenciling and really just putting images and phrases out there so that anyone that walks by in the city can see that grabbing someone's body is completely inappropriate and not a compliment, which is hilarious. It feels so funny saying it out loud, but this is something that we're having to raise awareness about worldwide. So you can actually see quotes from women and LGBTQ folks during these chalk walks on the spaces where they were harassed. That's something that's been really powerful that we've seen throughout the movement, that someone will do a chalk walk and say right on the sidewalk, I was harassed here, I reclaim this space, holla back. And it's so powerful to see that, to take the power back out of a very disempowering situation with just a piece of chalk. Social justice, the words to me just represent equal opportunities and respect and tolerance. I don't expect everyone to completely understand everyone else's point of view. I do expect people that aren't women to trust women when they talk about their own issues. Just like I, as a white person, I have to trust people of color when they tell me what it's like for them, because I just can't know. So if we can come to a place where we are understanding that everyone has a different experience and we work within that to find equal opportunities and happiness, respect. It seems all very basic and lovey-dovey now that I'm saying it out loud, but it just seems like giving everyone a chance to live their lives without undue discrimination or trouble from jerks. I absolutely consider the work that HollaBack does to be social justice work. For people to reclaim their experiences and define them themselves instead of letting society tell them how they should feel or what happened. That's really empowering, and it's a really good start in the right direction to just raise consciousness, raise awareness that street harassment is not acceptable, and we will not stop talking about it until it starts to go away. I think any kind of art is extremely important when it comes to any social justice movement, any message at all. It can do so much just just passing by an awesome mural or poster that's been wheat pasted on the wall, you can just get a feeling instantly of what the artist is trying to convey without having to explain, which can really bog some people down. So it's a lot more visceral, it's a lot more raw and instant. And I think I'm all about diverse tactics. So I think that any social justice movement must be attacked from every possible angle. So that includes academia, but it also absolutely includes just pure art. You know, even if it's not serious, even if it's just, there are a lot of comics, actually, little one-panel comics about street harassment and how ridiculous it is, and to use humor in such a simple art form, I think really turns the ridiculousness of street harassment on its head, and it makes you think, oh yeah, I'm not the crazy one, the street harasser is the crazy one. Like, they shouldn't be harassing me. They shouldn't be harassing people, and it's okay to laugh them off sometimes. I think one of the amazing things about having Micah in Baltimore is that we might be creating all these amazing art activists without them even knowing that that's what we're doing. If anyone comes out of Micah just a little bit more politically conscious or socially conscious, hopefully that won't hopefully their art would just have a hint of social justice in it, whether they're really trying for that or not. I mean, how can you, once you become aware of the bigger life issues, how can you ignore them, let go of them? Like, how can you not work towards a better world? So Baltimore is so lucky to have Micah and have all these amazing people in the same place, because together the power of their art could be so transformative for the city. It could be so impactful. I mean, imagine the city just covered with like murals and wheat pasted posters and random bits here and there, just little bits of art with a social justice lean. It would just, the city couldn't help but think. And the best part is that they wouldn't even know that they were thinking harder every time they passed by it, but they would see these messages of equality and social justice, and that, how could that not sink in, you know? So, and then you can also at the same time beautify the city. Like, who could say no to that? I think when I started the Baltimore chapter of HollaBack, I was not thinking that writing "I'm not a dog, don't whistle at me" on the sidewalk was a piece of art. But I think it absolutely can be. My ideas have definitely changed over time. So now I think any moment with any medium can be a moment for art activism, and it can be impactful. And what I like about HollaBack is that we sort of encourage everyone to be a leader. Like, there's no centralized, I mean, whatever, I run the chapter, I run a website, like, it's fine, I organize events, but the point is to get people together and give them their own power back that's taken away in the streets when people harass them. So, like, we give everyone a piece of chalk, we give everyone some mud to do mud stenciling, we give everyone an opportunity to do their version of art activism, no matter how small. And actually, I have started thinking recently that maybe, we allow people to take photos of their harassers and post them on the website. Just a couple days ago, I took a video of a harasser and my interaction with them, and I thought, why can't this documentation be a form of art activism, right? I mean, documentaries, they're so raw, and our version of that is so raw and quick and, just a moment in time. But if you took a step back and you look at all the photos that all the HollaBack sites are putting forth, and how much better people feel when they can put that lens back on the harasser and take it off of themselves, why can't that be art activism? I think it absolutely can be, and I think when you shift your thinking about it, a world of possibilities opens up. Like, the big, huge question of what is art? I mean, it seems endless when you start really thinking about it, and I think that that is a really magnificent thing, and something that, everyone can take part of regardless of training or background in academia. It just takes the desire to say something, and everyone has something to say.